Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Hollow, and thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today, what I got for you guys is another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video, and in this video, I'm going to be helping you guys as far as class setups, tips, and tricks on how you guys can go for nuclears, and hopefully you guys get closer to that nuclear, perhaps even get the nuclear yourself. So, the nuclears in this game are quite challenging, so you do have to have a proper class setup. Class setups in this game, they are everything. Literally, they are everything. And of course, with a little bit of kind of like mental knowledge that I can probably share with you guys, then that will probably just go a long way alongside with the class setup I'm going to provide with you guys. So I'm going to try and somewhat give you guys like two different type of class setups depending on the game modes you guys are playing. That way I can help you guys on all the grounds, you know, cover all the grounds as far as like when you guys are trying to go for nuclears and things like that. So we're going to get into here now. When it comes to a class setup, it all depends. You know, a lot of people ask what weapon. Honestly, it depends what weapon you're comfortable with. For just a dummy demonstration, I'm just going to use the CUDA, but you guys can use any weapon you guys like. I also have class setups down in the description. You guys can check out the class setups, but obviously this class setup will be more towards nuclear. So as a dummy weapon, we're going to use the CUDA. Again, you can use any weapon you want. So for the attachments for this weapon, we're going to use grip and quick draw. Now obviously grip is going to help us reduce the recoil when shooting the weapon, and quick draw is going to allow us to aim down sights faster. Now after this class setup, like I said, I'm going to give you guys another alternatives as far as perks that will probably help you in other different game modes. That way we can cover all grounds within, you know, the multiplayer aspect of this game. So now moving down into the perks, mind you, after this I'm going to give you guys some mental knowledge and some little tips and tricks, but the perks are very, very essential in this game. This perk setup that I'm going to give you works for any game mode, I promise you, and I'll explain to you guys why. So the first perk is 6th Sense, right? So 6th Sense displays a minimap indicator when the direction of an enemy is nearby. So now a lot of you guys may go for Ghost, which is another good alternative, but just trust me, if you guys put 6th Sense with the combination of perks that I have here, it's going to work really, really well for you guys. So for the Perk Tools, I got Scavenger and Hardwired. Okay, Scavenger if you want to stick to the main weapon, which is kind of an ideal thing to do, and then Hardwired. A lot of people don't use Hardwired. Hardwired is so damn OP. It just counteracts so many perks in the game. It counteracts counter UAVs, power core, EMP grenades, smoke grenades, one trigger trip mines, shock charges, or C4 alarms, reduces the digital imprints against enemy tracker, and 6th Sense perks. So even if your enemies are using 6th Sense, they're most likely not going to be able to, you know, take 6th Sense and kill you with it, because Hardwired is going to help you out with that. I promise you guys. Like, I literally sit on corners when I hear somebody and they don't kill me because they just can't see me because I have on Hardwired. So it's really, really good. Now the reason I don't have on fast hands in this game is simply because I got quick draw, and of course because of the perk 3s. For perk 3s, I got awareness and dead silence. I don't need fast hands because fast hands is to aim faster down sight as well as swap weapons faster, but I'm not going to be swapping out weapons, nor am I going to have the need to aim faster down sight because I have awareness, and awareness is going to help me detect when there is an enemy nearby. Therefore I can already pre-aim, and this class setup is so solid because of that, guys. You're going to be able to stay hidden, and you're going to be able to stay aware of where the people are at any given time. So awareness and dead silence with the combination of previous perks that I just told you guys, it's a fucking deadly class setup. I promise you, a perk combination for a class setup like this, it is extremely, extremely deadly. Obviously this is only useful if you guys have a good pair of headsets that allow you to hear surround sound. So that's why I'm going to give you a different alternative. Now this class that I just gave you is a very, very effective class setup for any game mode. Honestly, it really, really is, but it's really, really effective as well in free-for-all, because free-for-all, it's everybody against everybody. So you having the advantage of being able to hear footsteps is really, really important. And obviously free-for-all, getting a nuclear in free-for-all is harder than getting a nuclear anywhere else, but just saying, it is a very, very helpful class setup no matter what game mode you play. But if you guys don't like the feel of that, you can definitely swap it out, and this is what I'm going to give you guys. So you can definitely swap out the perks for perk 1s. You could probably put on Ghost. You cannot be detected by enemy UAVs and things like that. A lot when you're playing TDM, domination, hardpoint, things like that, a lot of people call in UAVs, and you know, Ghost could really, really help you out. Now do keep in mind, you can still put on 6th Sense. It's going to help you stay away from enemies when they're nearby, because you're going to know where they're at, right? Unless they have Hardwired, which a lot of people don't run Hardwired. Trust me, they don't. So then for the perk 2s, you want to have on Scavenger and you want to have on fast hands. If you guys don't want Hardwired, obviously you can put on fast hands. So you could definitely have for the perk 1s, you can have Ghost, perk 2 Scavenger, fast hands, and then perk 3s you can have tactical mask and dead silence. The reason why I didn't put a tactical mask in the first perk setup is because tactical mask has been nerfed. Not tactical mask, but the actual stun grenades have been nerfed, and the chances of you getting killed by not being able to detect where someone is at is a lot higher than the chances of you getting killed by a stun grenade. if you guys get my drift. But if you guys still want to go ahead and try this other alternative, you can definitely do that. So now when you guys are playing for nuclears and you're trying to go for nuclears, you also want to make sure you have the right score streak. These are the only score streaks you want to run when you're going for nuclear, simply because if you get a kill with a score streak, you will not get the you will not count it towards your nuclear streak. So especially if you're playing free for all, if you get just one kill with a regular score streak, you're done, your nuclear is over. So you want to go ahead and go for UAV, counter UAV, and hater UAV. You're going to be able to detect where people are at. Counter UAV, you're going to be able to counter their UAV, so that way even if you don't have a suppressor, they don't know where you're at. And of course the hater is going to allow you to see where everybody is at any given time, because it displays, you know, little arrow indicators on the minimap. Now when you're playing in game, there's a lot of things that you want to take into consideration, and the most important one honestly is patience, right? You want to do two things. You want to look at your minimap every 3 to 5 seconds, guys. If you're playing on team-based game modes, make sure you guys look at your team arrows. If you guys hear some type of shooting, look at your minimap. If one of your teammates' arrows disappears, then you already know there's an enemy right there, right? So in combination with all the perks, which is going to help you detect where enemies are at, as you know, the closer you get to them, but it's also good to know where they are at when you're not as close to them. So that's why you look at the minimap and take the minimap as an advantage point. So look at your teammates' arrows. They tell you a huge story, I promise you guys. Now for instance, when you're playing and you're trying to go for a nuclear and you know there's somebody nearby, don't rush it. Don't try to be cool and just hop out the corner and shoot them, because they may just be doing the same thing. They just may be waiting for you. So just be patient, stay still in the corner, wait for them to pass by, and then kill them. That's not considered camping. That's just considered being a smart player. If you go into a real fucking war, you think you're gonna just jump out in front of people. No, you're not. You're gonna wait for people to pass by, and once they pass by and they don't see you, you're gonna kill them. So that's the best thing that you should do. The best advice that I can give you when going for nuclears is be patient, look at your minimap, and wait for enemies to come to you. Especially if you have a herd of enemies, 3-4 enemies, don't just start shooting the first one you see. Wait for the herd to come out. Once they pass you, start shooting them on the back. You know, just be very, very patient within this game, because this game is really, really challenging when it comes to going for nuclears in any Call of Duty, you know. But this game, you know, it revolves around a lot of movements, and just any little movement that the enemy does could throw you off. And if there is multiple enemies, you're probably gonna be fucked. So just do that when you're going for nuclears. Be very, very, very patient, guys. I figured out that being patient and waiting on the enemy to, you know, perform the first move is always going to benefit you as a player that's going for nuclears. Of course, one last thing that I really do recommend as far as for specialists, use vision pulse. I think vision pulse, it's absolutely insane, man. If you're kind of like, you know, in the middle of a big part of the map where there's a lot of enemies, whether you're playing, you know, team-based game modes or just free-for-all in general, use on vision pulse and it's going to help you out tremendously, because you're going to know exactly where they're at. And even if you have vision pulse and they're coming to you, pre-aim the corner and start shooting a little bit, I would say about a second before they actually pop out in the corner, and that should always help you get the kill quicker than the other enemy, because you know we're playing online and sometimes a little bit of lag, so you pre-aiming is going to allow you to get the kills, you know, as opposed to the enemies killing you, just in case there's a little bit of lag or just a little bit of delay between connections. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found this somewhat helpful and informative. If you guys did, if you guys can please drop a thumbs up. If we can smash as many likes as we can, I would really appreciate it. If you guys watched till the end of the video, make sure you guys hashtag nuclear down in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for tuning back into the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.